businessman and alleged criminal cartel figure, Vusimuzi Matlala continues his testimony before the Ad Hoc Committee that's investigating allegations of criminal infiltration, corruption and political interference in the justice system. Watching the story for us is SABC News reporter Bulelani Phillip, joining us once again from Kgosi Mampuru Correctional Facility in Pretoria. And Bulelani, as expected, bombshell claims being made yesterday. At some stage, I imagine, Matlala will be asked to start presenting some kind of evidence.
Well, good morning to you, Ayanda, and to the viewers at home. As you've said, it's going to be day 2 of the testimony of Vusimuzi Matlala. Yesterday, he got off to a shaky start as some members questioned the authenticity of his sworn statement. I suppose today, this morning, he will have to confirm whether he has finally signed that sworn statement after proofreading it, because some members felt that he should be sent back before he gives the oral evidence. But again, the majority of members felt that he should continue with the oral evidence. And as the proceedings went on, he appeared to be getting some kind of confidence as he laid down some of the revelations relating to his interactions with people who were assisting him to save his contract with the South African Police Service. Of course, as you've indicated in your intro, he said that he had met with former Police Minister Bheki Cele on the 23rd of December last year, wherein Cele had made a call in front of him to Lieutenant General Dumisani Kumalo, and you recall that Mr. Matlala had actually had a search and seizure operation at his house earlier in December, and some firearms were then seized by the police. And in the assurance that was given to Mr. Cele, he had said that when Mr. Matlala goes back to Pretoria after their meeting, he would then be able to get those firearms back. And now the question which relates to the terms of reference of this ad hoc committee is that why is a former minister wielding so much power in terms of influencing the work of the police, given that that search and seizure operation was conducted by police and Cele was not part of that. So this forms part of these investigations of political interference in the work of the ad hoc committee. Of course, Mr. Matlala also went on to say that after Cele, did him that favor, he had then made some demands of payments, and then in the end, Mr. Matlala said he had paid Mr. Cele a total of R500,000 rand in cash, and after that, he had continued to make financial demands, but Mr. Matlala said in the end, he ended up, cutting ties with him. So those are some of the issues that it raised. But again, on another issue really that is a talking point is whether who had indicated that Mr. Senzo Mchunu, the on-leave police minister, had any ambitions of becoming the next ANC president. According to Cele, he said that Matlala had told him that Matlala had met with Brian Mokgotsi as well as Senzo Mchunu to actually iron out and secure a financial assistance from Matlala in terms of driving that agenda or ambition of becoming the next ANC president. But the testimony of Mr. Matlala yesterday speaks an opposite issue where he says that in fact he had heard from Cele that Mr. Senzo Mchunu wanted to be the next ANC president. The committee will now be seized as to who has lied under oath, and you'll know that each and every witness that takes an oath, they are warned that if they mislead the committee, they are liable to a fine and a potential imprisonment of not more than 2 years. And lastly, Mr. Matlala in his testimony said that again, in his attempts to save this tender of the South African Police Service, which has since been cancelled, he said that Mr. Cele had arranged a meeting with him sometime in April in Durban with the KZN Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. Again, he claims that Mkhwanazi had said that he can intervene in saving that tender, on condition that Mr. Matlala could speak to one of his acquaintances to withdraw a charge that has been laid with the IPID against Mkhwanazi. But Mr. Matlala said that complainant did not want to actually withdraw that complaint, and he says that he suspects that the reason why he was arrested in May is because he couldn't keep up to that promise. So quite a lot is expected as Mr. Matlala keeps mentioning names. But another issue, Ayanda, that is playing outside of the public realm, that is also very important, is that the term of office of the Ad Hoc Committee is expected to expire tomorrow. They had sought an extension some time ago from National Assembly Speaker Thoko Didiza, but that extension application, they have not yet received an indication whether their term of office expires. So what that means is that if they do not get that extension, it means the work of the committee will have to come to an end tomorrow. So the report that they will probably come up with, if the proceedings stop tomorrow, it won't take anything. It would mean that most of the work that they've been doing is probably for entertainment. But maybe between today and tomorrow, the Speaker may come back to the committee and indicate whether she will grant that extension or not. Ayanda.
It'll also be very interesting to see if she responds to that message from Julius Malema about the resources constraints that MPs in this committee are dealing with. But Bulelani, Phillip, once again, thanks very much indeed for that coverage. Of course, Vusimuzi Matlala back on the witness seat, for lack of a better term, at around 10 o'clock this morning. As soon as proceedings kick off, of course, we'll take you there live.